A 13-year-old boy arrives in court in shackles. His older brother is prevented from trying to hug him. It's only the second time Al-Hassan al-Mutasab sees his family since he was arrested in Hebron 9 days earlier on suspicion of throwing stones. He's released the same day without charge. His father shows me photos of the arrest of Al-Hassan and his 11-year-old brother Amir. He shows me that Amir was crying. It took him 9 hours to find the police station where his younger son was held. Amir had wet himself, claiming he was not allowed to go to the bathroom. Israel says children under the age of 12 are not criminally responsible, and once their age is known, the military releases them immediately. Al-Hassan shows me where they were standing when they were arrested, but he denies throwing stones. His father tells me it took even longer to find his older son. He says, "I didn't know which prison Al-Hassan was in for 2 days. We didn't sleep, we didn't know if he was afraid, if he was eating, if he was crying." Israel's military says it cannot specifically discuss Al-Hassan's case as it is under investigation.
I think that the real tragedy here is the fact that youth these ages go to the streets and use a deadly means, which is rocks, that have killed in the past, that have hurt in the past. I think they're being exploited despite of their young age.
This boy, who, along with his family, asked his identity be hidden, alleges he was sexually abused by Israeli soldiers during his interrogation. He claims he was beaten, telling me, "I was handcuffed and holding on to the chair with my hands. They tried to insert a plastic stick inside me. They tried to sodomize me with it. I fell forward and tried to move away." He claims a dozen officers were laughing at him, only stopping when their boss walked in. He says they did not manage to insert the stick. Israel's military says anyone with allegations like that should file an official complaint, giving all details about the incident. The military was unable to comment specifically on this case because CNN is complying with the family's request not to reveal his identity. They fear retribution.
As we say in Arabic,
Khaled Kuzma from human rights group DCI, Defence for Children International, says 21 of 134 affidavits taken from children between January 2009 and April 2010 allege the threat of or actual sexual abuse. He has sent what he calls 14 of the strongest cases to the UN Special Rapporteur on Torture, including the one from the boy CNN interviewed. 5 of them allege actual sexual abuse.
Most of the children, even the families, are not never trust the Israeli system. So I can say that among, if I talk about percentage, no more than 1% of the cases or 2% agreed to complain, because the majority believe that if they complain, nothing will happen.
And the World Organization Against Torture, known as OMCT, has sent an open letter to the Israeli Prime Minister asking him to look into accusations of abuse. Mr. Netanyahu's office referred CNN to the military. The military chose not to comment specifically on the OMCT letter, saying simply all complaints should be sent directly to them. Paula Hancock's CNN in the West Bank.